right, so Fall Tour 21 moves on to Chula tonight, and it was a big stop. Man, maybe let Jon Fishman get a song early in the show every night. And we were at the NICU Amphitheater, the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. So we got an NICU early in the night. And as many people said, you would probably continue to get NICU throughout the night. And that is exactly what we got. But look what we got here, a Fluffhead opener. You know, there's many great openers. I prefer, I believe, Wilson, Martian Monster. But sometimes I forget that occasionally they hit us with a Hall of Famer to open up the show, and then, like I said, I already mentioned the NICU there, and it wasn't just some NICU. This one, I don't know why I'm just giving it a check mark there. This NICU, just I guess because of the venue name, they go deep with it, and everybody getting involved early on. Fishman, maybe this is why Fishman got his own song next, because not just here, you know, also in the Tube Jam, the Piper late in the show, the Free. Just a big night overall for Fishman, starting out with the NICU. And then we get Jon Fishman's Bye Bye Foot, and then into the Tube with the jam. Everything had a little bit of a jam. Oh, even should have mentioned that the Fluffhead started out with a bit of a jam, even. Just nothing too long, too crazy, anything like that. But just a sign of things to come. Then as I said, NICU goes all the way. Jon Fishman's Bye Bye Foot, and then in Tube. You know, Tube, a song that always has that little bit of a built-in jam. But tonight, a little more than that. The first of our NICU teases from Trey after that. Then look at Slave to the Traffic Light showing up again right here. You know, and it felt like, you know, kind of like the Mike's Groove last night. You know, I hate to use the word standard, especially for my beloved Slave, but it did just kind of feel like, all right, you know, kind of just a basic Slave here, you know. We're not going to stretch it out too much. You're not going to spend too much time in the jam in the middle. And it's the slow Llama. People love themselves some slow Llama. They mix that into this otherwise great set, and then All Rise come together with the NICU tease. You know, up to this point, man, this was looking magnificent. And then down here, all right, Rise come together. Trey's got to get his word in there. And then the NICU tease, like I said, also got one of those in Tube. And it was a pretty outstanding first set. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know how many songs Fishman has, but let's get one a night. And No Men in No Man's Land opening up the second set. And like it pretty much always does, like its cousin Blaze On. They didn't go crazy with No Men in No Man's Land tonight, but they did stretch it out enough, just enough to get us into the 200th free. And wow, was it a worthy version of the 200th free. Like I said earlier, Fishman coming strong in this one. NICU tease from Trey. They follow that jam up, drop us into Joy, and then Sand after that, a mid-second set Sand. You know, I didn't want to get greedy after we already got this monster. It was, you know, kind of similar to the Slave over here. Nothing too exciting or special, but it was a nice pad to launch us right into this Piper, which was indeed special. It feels like, you know, Piper's got a long history, but it feels like it's been a while since we got a Piper like this one. Kind of the same thing with the Free. You know, every Free's pretty good. You know, most of the time we're going to see it over here in the first set. It's going to get that first set jam treatment. Not tonight, and the same thing with Piper. You know, it seemed like maybe they were going to wrap Piper up, kind of like a lot of jams have come. You know, Ruby Waves. Last night there was one, what was it? Everything's Right. You know, Piper was the one tonight that you felt like, or NICU actually, it seemed like they were teasing NICU ending at least twice in NICU, but no, they kept going with it. Same thing with Piper here, but the ending to that was just completely awesome. After this just ripping Piper, Mike's got the drill. Everything's kind of slowly quieting down. Fishman kind of giving the nod off, and then as it's just almost disappearing, the Piper was right into Sense and Subtle Sounds, getting another NICU tease from Trey to end that. And wow, man, if I thought the first set was great, this set right here, man, probably topped it. You know, a lot of people are going to have several. I mean, the NICU might have been your highlight. Maybe it was the Free. For me, it was the Piper. And then for the encore, get another two-song encore tonight. Lonely Trip off the Lonely Trip album. Not leaving you hanging there with that quiet, slow song. Going hard with the first tube. Whew, we got a tube and a first tube. Whew, first tube was my predicted opener tonight with Hit and Shuffle on the playlist. You know, Slave Head's old hat now. Having that in the middle of the second set. Fluffhead, been there, done that. No, I'm being a little sarcastic now, obviously. So we didn't quite hit Shuffle. That's a little bit, staying in the middle of the second set. Whew, Piper, there's some spooky moments in that Piper. Had a very Halloween feel. I was like, all right, this is an October Phish jam. I am liking this. And surprisingly, the ending, when it all shut up, that was my favorite part. It's weird. You gotta like it when Mike gets out the drill. They say something about when Paige gets up, you get down. When Mike gets out the drill, we need to come up with something fancy to say with that. I don't know. Can't come up with anything on the spot. Not that clever. All right, guys. Boom. Thanks for tuning in. The forum's coming tomorrow. Got some big ones there. Tweezer, YEM, Access Me. All right, maybe that's not so big. All right, guys. Boom. We'll see you. Oh, that was horrible. Sorry about that. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. I don't want to leave you there with the Kermit needing to clear the throat, you know? It's bad enough I walk around through life kind of built like Kermit the Frog. Now I don't want to start sounding like him on YouTube. All right. Well, if you made it this far, thank you. Boom. Give the video a like, you know? What do you think the opener is going to be tomorrow? Tweezer. I'm saying Tweezer. Probably won't be. I'm never right, but...